Welcome to the first of the previews for the 2024 Wine Club cases. This is Conspirators case. It's going out on Monday the 8th and Monday the 9th, so deliveries will be people who are having the tasting. The tastings are small bottles. If you're interested in the tastings and you don't have one, or you just want to try out the Wine Club and see what it's like, do go online, have a look at the Conspirators tasting pack, and it's available for all. And we've got the Zoom tasting, which will be on Thursday the 11th at 7:30 live, or if you can't make it, not a problem, it will be recorded, I hope. And anyway, the wines, 4 wines as usual, 2 whites, 2 reds, and we kick off a brand new one actually. This is Erbaluce di Caluso, and in the past, the only Erbaluces we bought have been from Camillo Favaro, which are very, very beautiful and very delicious. This one, though, is from the same producer who makes the Serra Bleu, if any of you have had the sparkling wine that we buy from the cooperative in Piverone. And the Piverone cooperative is fascinating because one of the founding members was Olivetti. So you'll notice on this bottle, you probably won't, unless you're a total font geek, it is the Olivetti font that is used at the top on here. And there's lots of Olivetti inspiration around. And Ivrea is a really interesting town. And Erbaluce, magnificent grape type, arguably one of the top couple of grape types in Piemonte. Unfortunately, the producers of Caluso have tied the name to the place, and so it is attached forever as Erbaluce di Caluso, maybe not forever. And other producers who make Erbaluce can't call it Erbaluce from outside the Caluso area, which anyway, it's where the glacier finishes. So very, very interesting terroir at the bottom of the Aosta Valley, bone dry, clean, crisp. And the Cantina here are fascinating because the winemaker here is a young producer who, Vittorio Gadda, and he has his own estate in Carema where he makes very beautiful high-end wine. His second job is making wine for the Cantina. So the Cantina's wines, I think, are super interesting. It's only a small co-op, and they make great, great, great wine. So unwooded, very fresh, very clean, beautiful wine. Then we go down to Umbria. So we've been up in the northwest in Piemonte. Now we go down to the central area. Another grape type you might not have heard of. This one is called Gracchetto di Todi. Gracchetto is confusing grapes. You have Gracchetto di Orvieto and Gracchetto di Todi. The DNA is entirely different. They're members of the same family, but they're adopted. So a little bit difficult, but Todi is probably the better one. So Gracchetto di Todi, this one's from Roccafiore, beautiful little estate, who are very close to Todi. In fact, their vineyards overlook Todi. And they started the whole thing from scratch. The vineyards were immaculate. They're on nice loose clays, good altitude, lovely and fresh. They're getting constant winds coming through, so on the top of the hill. They've got an agriturismo sitting up there. It's all very, very beautiful. Absolutely precise winemaking. Beautiful, beautiful wines. This one has not quite the levels of acidity as the Erbaluce does. A little bit rounder, but that lovely sort of almond, slight bitterness you get on some Italian whites. Very clean, very fresh. Again, all stainless steel. Lovely wine. And then we go to the reds. And the reds, quite pleased with these reds actually. They're really interesting. So we kick off with Francesco Iandolo. And this is Principio. Now, Francesco, this is one of the first wines he ever made. So it's a really interesting wine. He's basically a Timorasso producer. So he's got a Timorasso vineyard and he has a few Barbera vineyards. They're all tiny. And this was with one of the, I think this was the first release he ever made. So he made a Nizza, which is, Nizza's the name of the town, and Nizza is kind of Asti's answer to Barolo, sort of. Except instead of being made with Nebbiolo, it's made with Barbera. It has to have a bit more alcohol in it, has to have a bit more power. So he made a small amount of Nizza. We've got some in stock, absolutely delicious. But he also made some Barbera d'Asti. So this is the Barbera d'Asti. Fresher, cleaner, really easy drink. And this is 2020, so got a few years age on it now. It's It's an absolute bargain. It's delicious. Essentially, we just picked this up for the wine club, and it is. If I had to choose any one grape that represented Italy, maybe it would be Barbera. Almost the DNA, the passport of Italy. So it has that lovely fresh fruit, bright acidity, not too much tannin, very, very easy drinking, fantastic with pasta. Really, really super wine. And he's a great young winemaker. We're very excited to have him on board. Then the last wine, we return, because last course we had a Primitivo as well. So this is another Primitivo, but it's totally different. So the last one was Primitivo Gioia di Colli. So Gioia di Colli is in the central part, higher altitude, in that case organically made, almost bending towards Pinot-esque in some qualities. This is exactly the opposite. This is from right down by the coast above Taranto, within the Primitivo di Manduria DOC, and it's made by the Giustini family, who we've had a run of wines that we're going through. They're really, really good wines. And this one is far more fruit forward, more powerful, more spice. Of course, I don't like this one as much, but I have a sneaky suspicion that everyone else is going to absolutely love it. It's very, well, I do love it. It's great wine. It's just, I thought that Gioia di Colli was extraordinary. I hope you enjoy this one just as much. This one's the real powerhouse. This is the one to warm you up in the winter, through the winter evenings. I could get those words out eventually. Anyway, so if you're not coming to the tasting, and you want a tasting pack, do go online and get the tasting pack. If you just want to turn up and have a look at it, get in touch with him if you're not a wine club member, and we can send you a link to come and join us, because the tasting's just as much fun with or without the wine. Well, that's not true. It's much more fun with the wine. But you're more than welcome to come and join us. The Vini Curiosity tasting is the following week. So if you want to get involved with that, I'll put the preview for that up as well. So do have a look at it. The wines are very different. They're up a notch in terms of price and quality. But, you get what you pay for, sadly. And if you're not a member of the wine club, do join up now, because it's brilliant and we love it. And it's the second best wine club in the country, apparently. I love it best, I have to admit. Anyway, see you soon. All the best. Bye.